Hey guys, today I wanted to share a little bit more about AP Biology for homeschoolers. If this is your first time watching, I am a homeschooling mom of 6 children, so if you hear any background noise, that's unfortunately just how it's going to be. So AP Biology, what does that mean? AP stands for Advanced Placement, and the way that AP classes work is you have to sign up with an approved provider. It is regulated, I believe, by the College Board. So that means that all AP classes have uniform content, and the student has to, or doesn't have to, has the opportunity to pass an exam. They're given in May, I think always. And if your student scores a score of 3, 4, or 5, it's on a scale of 5, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 or above, they may be able to earn college credit. So the content of these courses is done at a college level. So today we're going to be talking about advanced placement biology. And before we get into those specifics, what are the reasons you might want to take an AP class? The most obvious reason would be for more rigorous or challenging coursework, to learn something more in depth at a higher level. The second reason would be because AP classes are a way of making your student look more attractive to more selective colleges, especially the more challenging to get into colleges, the more AP classes they're going to be looking for. And again, the difference with AP classes versus dual enrollment is that the dual enrollment or concurrent enrollment courses, you can't really compare one college to another. Whereas with AP classes, like I said earlier, the content is uniform as well as the test. Everyone is learning the same content and taking the same test. So there is a very uniform objective standard that those colleges can assess students on that basis. And the third reason would be for college credit. So for example, if your student takes AP Biology and earns a 5, they may be able to get their introductory freshman year biology course requirement checked off for their college. But this is really going to depend on the class. And one caveat I will share about biology in particular is one of the college groups that I'm in has shared that, a parent has shared that medical schools will not recognize AP scores for these core science classes. So if you have a student such as my child who's trying to get into medical school, don't rely on the AP test for satisfying those freshman year requirements. What we are doing is not anticipating getting that checked off, but for her, I really want her to have a strong background in these core science classes for when she gets to taking the MCAT. So that's how I'm looking at this, is the more years of college level biology, the better for that. So right off the bat, as you can see here, this is the syllabus for the class that she will be taking, which is through BYU, which is a college in, I believe, Utah. They have a separate independent study program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. It's like any other online vendor, and they have several AP classes. Personally, I do have a friend whose son went to a competitive college and then got a competitive master's and is now applying to medical school, who took classes through BYU. I also have friends who have friends of friends who've taken courses and they felt that the program was really strong. So that's kind of the anecdotal background. The reason that we are choosing BYU versus other vendors is the way that the course is structured. So first of all, this is publicly available, and I will put the link for this in the description. You have everything laid out. So the expectations for the class are completely available before you sign up, which I really like, because other providers, you don't get access to this until you're already in the class. And you have information not only about what you're learning in the class itself, also the class materials. And as you can see, there's a textbook for this class. So that sets it apart from other vendors who have things online. There is also a version of the book online too. Just a sec. Okay. Sorry about that. So I will be holding my assistant here, doing this one-handed. So assignments, you have quizzes, reading assignments, and a chi-square analysis assignment. So in addition to having the physical textbook, what I like about this class is that there are several assignment/exams that they have you handwrite versus typing. And so that's something that I really want my students to be able to do. Since we are homeschooling, some things just are going to be different. They have a lot of online classes. They're doing a lot of things on the computer. So when I can find classes where there's handwritten things, which are similar to a classroom, I like that. This is an asynchronous class. There are no live meetings. There are other AP providers that do have live meetings, but that's not something I'm necessarily looking for. What I'm more interested in is, like I said, having physical hands-on activities. I mean, like the writing and stuff. I'm also assuming that we may be doing some hands-on labs things. But generally speaking, I do believe these online classes have the labs online, if that's something that you're wondering when you're watching this video. Another thing that I appreciate is you have the way that the course will be graded right here. And again, this is available. You don't have to go behind a paywall to get this information. Everything is completely upfront. And so you can also see that the quizzes are graded by the computer, so that's going to be multiple choice. And then you have reading assignments, 3-unit essays, and 1 chi-square analysis worksheet, the instructor's grading. So that's also not going to be solely multiple choice. So 60% of the course grade is not multiple choice. So that is something that we're personally interested in. I'm interested in as an educator, is I don't want my child's experience to be completely computer graded, completely multiple choice. And this program offers that. And then you have one final exam, and it says here that it's 50 multiple choice questions, and it's 90 minutes, and they're doing that to mimic the AP exam so that students are prepared. Another thing that you'll notice throughout this syllabus is whoever prepared this, which I'm assuming, I don't know if it's one professor or multiple different ones that teach the same class, it's really thoughtfully prepared in a way that is setting the students up for success with the AP exam. And so the reason they're doing things the way that they're doing them is so that when it does come time for that final exam, they're in a better position. And so the last thing I want to highlight before we go to the next part of this is it says you'll handwrite your chi-square analysis worksheet, then scan and submit it to me for grading. So that is one of the really strong points of this class and why we're picking this one versus another one. The next thing I wanted to show you is the actual textbooks. So these, like I said, they do have a online version that's available for students. And then this is the print version. So you can get this on Amazon. This is used, and actually the one that's on Amazon is green. So I have to make sure that it's the right version, but I got it used for like $20, and it's 2 volumes. It looks like, I didn't actually know that. And it is a college textbook. So this is a, AP class, which means college level. This is from OpenStax, which I believe is the same as, what is that website that we did the chemistry? I'll probably remember after I finish filming. The free online textbook. So this is the table of contents, and this is what the reading is for the class. So you've got this college level textbook that your student can use offline, and these are pretty inexpensive. Like I said, it's like $20 for both of these, paperback. And this is what they're learning about. So your student can do the reading and then complete the different assignments. And I just really like the way that it's formatted. And then here you have different questions for studying purposes. So that's volume 1. And then we'll just take a quick look through volume 2. So I don't know which chapters are included in this course, but I'm just showing you the table of contents so you can get a better sense of what is covered. And this one starts with chapter 27. So that is the textbook for AP Bio and a little bit more of an overview of how these classes work in a homeschooling context. And again, we will be taking this with BYU. The one last thing I want to say is they do not offer the AP test. So if you take AP Biology with BYU, you will have to secure your own seat with a local high school. I did have some trepidation about that, but at the end of the day, the point of my daughter taking this class is so that she gets this higher level of instruction. So even if we do struggle to find a seat for the AP test, I'm not as concerned with that. I would rather her have a stronger year of biology than make a decision based solely on test availability. So that was what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any questions below, and thanks for watching.